Hey guys, we here dominating now on CEOVIP radio. And what is the law of attraction? Does it work? Is it real? Uh, is it a scam? How does it work? If it does work, what is it all about? Where did it come from? Who started it? All of that. Now, the first time I heard of the law of attraction was when I was in law school. I read this book called The Secret. I feel like that book is like the the book that initiates everyone into this dimension of the unseen, of tapping into that frequency where you're thinking and your mind is on an elevated level and you don't seem to be operating in the same space as everybody else, because now you have a higher knowledge that propels you to take action in a different way from the common people. So I read about it in The Secret and I was in shock. My first thought was, how do I not know about this? Why isn't everybody talking about this? Why didn't we learn about this in school? Not once. I mean, I'm in law school. I'm 20. How was I in law school? I think I was 24 or 23, thereabouts. In law school, and this is the first time I'm hearing of the law of attraction. So basically, the law of attraction says that you become what you think about. You attract your most dominant thoughts. You get what you expect. However, it explains it not from the religious what you sow is what you reap, as you lay your bed, so you lie on it type of way. It explains it in a more scientific way. Imagine when the internet first arrived. I saw some videos on YouTube. They were doing ad. They had TV shows, radio programs. They had interviews of people trying to explain what the internet was, how to use it, where it came from, how it works. And some people did not believe it. You're telling me that there's this thing that's out there in the atmosphere, and then I can store information on it and receive information, but I can't see it. What? No, no, no. Some people didn't believe it, you know. But then look at us now. We have the cloud, we have 4G, everybody, we have social media, everybody is connected to the internet. Before, we used to send things through infrared. If you guys remember, then it was Bluetooth. Now we send most of our documents and everything through the internet. Now we've got Wi-Fi. You enter someone's house and the first thing you ask is, what's your Wi-Fi password? So we use the internet, but we can't see it. However, we have a device that is tuned into the frequency of the internet, and with that device, we're able to tap into the internet and use it. The same way with electricity. You can't see electricity, but we are using it through devices that have been wired and programmed to tap into that waveform of the frequency of the electricity. The same thing with gravity. We know that gravity exists. You throw your pen and it lands on the ground. How? Gravity. Magnetism as well. So these are forces in the universe, or we can call it energy as well, that are unseen, and we can use them for whatever it is we want to use them for, through devices that are tailored to tap into that frequency, either step it up or step it down, so that we can use those forces. Now, the law of attraction works the same way, but it works on a more organic level, in the sense that we're talking about, instead of using a phone, radio, TV, laptop, these are external devices to our bodies, they are outside ourselves. Now we're saying, let's take it one step further. Instead of using the phones and all these electronic devices, we are going to use our body. We're going to use this organic device because the body is electromagnetic. The truth is, we get affected by all these frequencies. That's why they advise us not to sleep with our phones so close to us. That's why, they advise that the AirPods of the iPhone shouldn't be in your ear 24/7 because it affects the electromagnetic waves of the body. The body has um, the body has an electromagnetic field, right? So people call it your aura. That's what happens when you meet somebody for the first time and you just sense that this person is not, and you're not vibing with this person. Just you feel like there's something off about that person. Or you enter a room and the energy is so charged and you're just excited. You don't know why, but you feel the vibration and you're feeling it and you tap into it and then you too, you're excited. The bodies in that room, they've exchanged frequencies and now they are resonating on the same frequency, and so you can tap into that because it's so strong, because your senses are also picking up those vibrations. So using this explanation now, that is how the law of attraction works. Because our thoughts are on a frequency, and our thoughts have waveforms. And in the universe, there's also this unseen vibration, the ether. And the ether is this element that we cannot see, like fire, air, water, earth. We can see those elements, but the ether is unseen. The way the internet or electricity is unseen, right? So, using our thoughts, we're able to tap into the frequency of the ether, and then the ether gives us back what we want. So, you see, the thoughts acts as an antenna, right? Like your radio. So the thoughts and the mind, the body acts as a receiver of that frequency. So how does a radio work? If you want to listen to Cool FM, you have to tune into Cool FM, the frequency of Cool FM, in order to get the messages from Cool FM. When you're sick and tired of Cool FM, you want to listen to Inspiration FM, you have to tune into the frequency of Inspiration FM in order to get the message from Inspiration FM. In other words, when you want to tap into the ether in order to download messages, that means we have to tune into that frequency, and by tuning into that frequency, we're able to download the message. We're able to tap into that current where you can see clearly the steps you need to take. You can see clearly the people you need to meet, and then you also get the energy to take action. So the body is it sends out and receives signals. So whatever it is that constitutes our dominant thought, you see, sometimes most times our dominant thoughts come from the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is like the what do I call the subconscious mind now? When you were relating it with, it's like information stored in the cloud, right? It's there, and when you need the information, all you need to do is search for it and it will pop out. If you haven't put the information there, right, you won't be able to extract it. So the subconscious mind acts like a storage device, and it picks up information, the ones that we are conscious of and the ones that we're not conscious of, because the subconscious mind is that super powerful. And sometimes we are not aware of our dominant thoughts because most people don't pay attention to what they are thinking. They think a thought, and the thought automatically triggers an emotion, and that emotion automatically triggers an action, and before you know it, they are acting out of their minds. Why? Because they lack awareness of their thinking patterns, especially the negative root thinking patterns that are in the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind runs 98% of our actions. Can you imagine that? So it means that if the program running in the subconscious mind is giving disempowering thoughts, and then you're taking disempowering actions, what needs to be done is a reprogramming of the subconscious mind, because now we know that thoughts send out waveforms, and these waveforms are gathered in the ether, and then it gives us back in material form those things that we are thinking about, those things that form the dominant thoughts in our minds every single day. Now, there's a lot, we can go deeper into this, but let's call this an introduction to the law of attraction. And the law of attraction, you will find all the successful people talk about it. They know about it, they use it in their daily lives, and that is what's giving them results. And it is what Jesus is talking about when he says to to live life from within. So the Bible also talks about it, but from a more, religious perspective. When you read Proverbs, it hints to it, right? And that is why the Bible also talks about the words of the mouth are life and death. The Bible talks about meditating on the good things, because when your mind is constantly on the good things, when your mind is constantly in abundance, in love, in positive emotion, you're automatically attracting that to yourself. That's what the law of attraction is. I spoke to someone and he was saying, oh, I read the book, The Secret, I don't think it works in Nigeria. Now, that person is so engrossed in their problems, and they've become identified with it such that they are unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They are unable to change their mind in order to receive new, different results. And if you're like that, the question is, how bad do you want a new life? How bad do you want success? How bad do you want victory? Because that will determine the beliefs that you change, than the beliefs that you adopt, the actions that you take, the people that you surround yourself with. So the law of attraction is a universal law that all successful people practice. And most times we practice it unconsciously, and then we now call it luck or coincidence. There's no such thing as luck or coincidence. Luck and coincidence is like saying, oh, Jesus was sleeping, God was sleeping, and then you did something and it gave you a result, and then God was like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming, which makes absolutely no sense, because he's all knowing, all powerful. He knows the end from the beginning. So everything is planned, everything is set. Therefore, how can luck exist? Luck is simply a phenomenon whose law you're not aware of in order to repeat it to get the same results. That's why knowledge is power. And the knowledge of the law of attraction, it gives us an advantage. It gives us leverage because then where our thinking becomes elevated, and now we are operating in the unseen realm where things are caused as opposed to the physical realm where it's a realm of effects. Things happen and we get affected. We are feeling the effect and we don't know the cause of it. But using the law of attraction, we're able to transfer ourselves from effect to cause, because everything is cause and effect. You cause something to happen. When you identify the law that is backing that action, you can repeat it and get the same results. You can modify it, you can change it, you can manipulate it depending on what you want. That is the advantage of the law of attraction. It gives you a powerful advantage to use your thoughts in a way that is most powerful to achieve your goals. The steps to making this happen, I'll give one step. Pay close attention for 3 days. Just pay attention to your mind and what you're thinking about. What you think about all day. Write it down at the end of each day. And after 3 days, go through it and sift out negative and positive. The positive, you double up on it. The negative, you write the opposite, which is positive, and then practice that for another 3 days and keep going like that. I promise you, in a month, you'll be a completely different person. Your reality will change. Why? Because what you think about, you bring about. You are listening to CEO VIP Radio. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, and we will have another conversation in another time and space. Peace out.